Welcome back to Creativerse. All right. Well, I was just logging back in here to get after more of those Halloween idle thingy doodlers, and I noticed here on the main screen the 1,500,000 goal has been met, and that means this is now able to be claimed. So let's do that. Okay, 5 Unleashed, 100 Candy, Royal Pumpkin Treasure 5, 5 King Pumpkin Treasure, a bunch of these here recipes. Alright, continue. Alright, I'm going to get into the world. Let's get that opened up. Alright, okay, here we are on the roof. How about that? Okay, let's see. Here it is. Let's claim this bundle. Claim it in. Let's go. Bang. We've got a crate. Alright. Let's open the crate. Okay, 100 candies. 5 of these. 5 of those. 5 of these. 5 of them. Alright. Very good. Now, check the crafting recipes here. And it looks like I've got everything except for, what is this one? The Scare Flare. And that's one of those recipes that comes from the, well, from these. So, let's open these 3 up and see if the thing is in there. Hello? Oh, wait a minute. That was just the chest. I need the treasures. Jeez, that was ridiculous. Alright. Okay. Scare Flares, Haunted Fireworks recipe. Okay. And another one. Come on, don't be shy. Get out here. Alright, this recipe, Vladarang. Okay. More Scare Flares and all that other stuff. Alright, 3 more. And this one is the Haunted Gravestone recipe. More of the rest of this stuff. Okay. 2 more. Come on. Haunted Lamp recipe. And last one. Come on. Alright, and this one, the Scare Flare recipe. There you go. Alright. Now, if I look in here, recipes. Alright, yeah, I understand that when this kind of thing happens. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't unlock the recipe. Okay. That's unlocked. There we go. That's already unlocked. Gravestone and Haunted Lamp. Okay. Alright, now let's look here. Yeah. Alright. They're all unlocked. Great. That means out of a total of 516 recipes, I have 452 of them. And as you can see, there's a few here. There's a couple of more. And there's a bunch here. And some more in here. I want to see about getting all of these things unlocked sometime soon. But I think in the meantime, let's put a few things away here. Put all my duplicate recipes in here. Alright, I'm going to... Let's see, let me look here. Alright, I've got a total of 44 Unleashed idols. I've got 78 of the haunted ones. And all kinds of this other stuff. Yeah. So I think what I am going to do is... I'm going to take out a bunch more of these Unleashed things. And then gather together all the candies and go hunt up more of those pumpkiru, just to get as much of the goodies as I can while this thing is still going, because now that the 1,500,000 has been met, I don't know how long the event is actually going to continue. I've heard for into the middle of November, but I don't know. So I'm going to get as many of these things taken care of as I can. And yeah, I will be back after, well, with this many of them, it could be a couple of hours. Okay, I started recording in the middle of this fight because I am experiencing some serious lag issues. Of course, now that I've started recording, it won't happen, but just in case. Well, there was an example. Basically, stuttering lag so bad that the game actually freezes on occasion in the midst of the fight. And it makes it very difficult to get anything done. Also, I would like to comment on the Soul Keepers event, the one where you've got a whole bunch of these little mini keepers running around, red ones, and the idea is to catch as many as you can. That's a farce. It really is a complete farce. You can't keep up with the things. You get anywhere near them and they go crazy. And they run in all directions at once. Yeah. I have decided from now on, when that one comes up, I'm just going to kind of stand there and wait for it to be over. Meanwhile, this thing is lagging hard. And I just restarted not too long ago. It's bad enough when there's just one of them in here like this. Can you imagine having 3 or 4 of them? I mean, I can beat the thing, but geez, look at this. Beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to get back to this. Wow. If the lag will permit, I have another 23 of these guys to go. And these fights, as you have seen, not only in addition to being laggy sometimes, they can take quite a while each. All right, well, I'll tell you what, that was quite the adventure, taking care of all of those unleashed idle thingy-doodlers. Yeah. It took me quite a while. As a matter of fact, I spent, about a little over 2 hours working on those things. And then, after 2 hours, I ended up quitting because I was actually falling asleep during the fight. I figured this was probably non-productive and decided to, what is that coming up for? I mean, yeah, that was weird. But, yeah, so I quit and got out of there. And I got back into it this morning. Finally finished them all off. And, well, let's see. 3 chests full, 3 36-slot chests full of obsidian gear. And this is a 40-slot chest that is on its way to being filled with obsidian gear. And then, of course, there's all of these goodies obtained from chests and whatnot. And, by the way, these chests here were from the prize from the thing here. I've got 88 more haunted idols, and I don't even want to think about that right now. 9 more infused. So in doing these, I'll get more of these. In doing these, I'll get more of the unleashed, yada, 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 and so on. But, however, I am going to say this is the last video that I'm going to make that is going to feature this Halloween stuff. It was fun to start with, and then after a reasonably short while, actually, it started to turn into a grind because of obsession over getting all of the recipes that were available. I've got them all now, so I'm not so worried about it. Oh, another thing I ended up with is a lot of potions. A heck of a lot. Yeah. And in here, super excavators, advanced excavators, regular ones, a few bombs here and there, mostly the explosive bombs, and 166 more super excavators, and these and so on. And mind you, I've used about 150 or more super excavators cleaning that thing out, emptying all of the diamond out, which I've still got a lot that needs to be processed. Yeah, a heck of a lot. And I'm going to do that again one of these days. And at this point, well, there is the fact that Royal Pumpkin Treasures from the big prize, I never bothered to open those. So I'm going to get them opened up now. And then I'm going to go hunting for Pumpkuru for the purpose of trading off all of these candies and buying as many king treasure chests for 100 candies each as I can. And yeah, then we'll do one more big chest opening thing. And then after that, I want to get back to actually doing stuff. I want to get back to, like, for example, my farm needs to be updated. I need to be working the farm too. And that and pet harvesting, and oh yeah, that's right, there is some buildings I need to be working on. This needs an outer shell, and there is another structure that I wish to build that the working title of it is the Hall of Unfortunate Demise, a mausoleum-ish kind of structure that will be intended specifically to hold these things. All right, I am going to put stuff away and go Pumpkuru hunting, and I'll be back when I have managed to sell off all of this candy stuff. Alrighty, well, it took a while to find enough of those things because most of them were selling 20 and 50. The 100s were somewhat more rare. I couldn't tell you how rare because I didn't actually record how many of what I found. And, of course, this is still a thing. Oh, boy. But in the course of doing this. I spent most of the time I was flying around in the jungle off to the east of here, because the jungle and the swamp that is a little east of that, because that's where I found most of those guys around here. And in the course of my flying, I ended up flying beyond the jungle off to the northeast, I think it was, and found a desert. And they're a lot easier to spot in the desert, I'll tell you. And there's fewer obstacles to fly around. Anyway, after trading in all of the candies, I ended up with 25 of the king treasures. And now I'm going to go ahead and open these things up just to get all the loot out of them and whatnot. And this will be, like I said before, this will be the end of my doing videos on this particular topic. I want to get back to building things and doing stuff in the world. I've even got an idea or two for that desert out there, because I really like the look of that thing, and I want to do something there. But I've also got a few things I want to do here first, to get a move on to a few things. You know, the building on the Taranator, and the Hall of Unfortunate Demise, or some kind of thing like that, for death statues, which I earned another one today along the way. I wasn't beaten by anything. I managed to walk off a treetop and didn't manage to hit G to start flying in time. Terrible. But yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna open them all up and look at the results later, afterwards. Yeah, 15 more to go after this one. There's a good bunch of loot, I'll say that. I will never be wanting for haunted stuff. At least it will be quite a while. I've got a lot of it. I got enough gravestones to build an epic graveyard. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. And these white skulls, apparently they function as an LED. And so on, so that's cool. Which means they should be wireable. And those haunted lamps look pretty good too. I like the look of those. These things right here. And I've got a few hundred of them now from this little event. Yeah. So that's not bad. Some new recipes and lots of stuff and whatnot. And who knows, maybe I'll have some idea for some kind of arena or some such to deal with this stuff again with. It comes around next Halloween, because that was very impromptu and off the cuff, and built in a spot that I actually want to use for something else later. But I got an idea or two. Like maybe an idea that might make it easier to deal with, for example, an explosion of soul keepers, which is a whole mess of miniature red keepers. And there's like probably 50 or 60 of them from the looks of it that show up, and they just kind of explode, and they all run in different directions. And they're very much just like regular keepers. You know, you get near them, they panic and run like crazy, and it's very frustrating to try to deal with them, because you have to hit each one like 5 or 6 times with the sword in order to be able to defeat it. And when you hit it once, it runs, and ends up amongst a bunch of its buddies, and you don't know which one you hit before, you know? So, yeah, special. Anyway, the final tally for this round of 25 king treasure chests is 173 haunted lamps, 48 scandals, and 59 of these, 41 of these, yada, yada, yada. Okay, the candy skull banner. What is that? It's another light. Huh. Okay. I'll need to get out a wiring tool and look at them. A bunch of these batarangs and scare flares and skull flaming things. More duplicate recipes and whatnot. So, yeah. The pumpkins, which are used in the pumpkin treasure chest. Yeah, the haunted pumpkin. You can make those. And then they're used in the royal pumpkin chest, in the pumpkin chest, and in the king chest. And, oh, that's right. I wanted to check something because I heard something. Here. Get some of those out. $40 slot capacity. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to start putting this stuff away. And I think, all things considered, I'm going to call it for the... I got 42 candies left. Somehow that seems almost appropriate. And next time, I want to get to actually doing some stuff. This Halloween event has been a certain amount of fun. And I am going to continue doing some of this stuff off camera. In fact, all of it will be off camera from here out. And, you know, because I still have 88 of the haunted idols, 9 of the infused. And when I take care of 88 haunted idols, I'm going to probably end up with 50 or 60 infused and do all of those. I'll end up with 40 or 50 or however many of the unleashed and so on and so forth. And of course, every 2 hours you get to pick up another login bundle that has 2 more of the haunted. Of course, that part of things will go away eventually, and I don't know if unused idols will simply become inert things that you can use as decoration or what. I will be interested to find that out. But in the meantime, I am going to call it for today because a grand total of about 2.5 or 3 hours yesterday and another couple of hours today. Well, almost 3 hours if you count finishing off the Unleashed and then going out and hunting down enough pumpkins to be able to buy 25 of the King Treasure. Yeah. So I'm going to call it. And next time we'll get back to doing some more regular stuff. God, I hope they fix that one of these days. Oh, really annoying. Because all I got to do is eventually I relog enough times and they'll be back where they belong. Yeah, but you never know how many times you're going to have to relog. So I wish them great good fortune in getting it fixed. That would be great. Yeah, and perhaps in future events there won't be quite as much random number generation in the event. That would be nice too. I really hope they come up with a recycling machine because I'd love to get to recover the materials used to make these things. I'm not going to use them ever. No way. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take it easy. I am out of here.